The strong earthquakes we've had here in Southern California have really reminded us how important it is to have an emergency plan in place. We have Emily Cox with the Red Cross here, along with CAL FIRE Public Information Officer Thomas Schutz. Thanks so much for coming in here this morning, guys. This is so important. We were talking during the break. This is great. You could fit all this stuff into one backpack, right? And people can buy this. With the earthquakes we've had, this is the time, people, to make sure that you have a plan and you have a kit ready at home, right, Emily?
Exactly. The steps are get a kit, make a plan, and be informed. And so the first step, getting a kit, you can buy one of these ready-made from redcross.org. It has all of these items inside of it. It's one person, 72-hour, 3-day backpack. So you've got water and food and first aid kit, comfort kit, flashlight, radio, everything that you'd need in here just as a baseline, or you may have all of these things strewn throughout your house. So take some time this week and collect the items and put them together in one spot.
You don't want them strewn around the house, right? You got to put them in one spot, bring it in one backpack, because Thomas says, you know, when we have an emergency or something terrible happens, you don't have time to be thinking about this type of stuff. You got to grab your stuff and go.
Absolutely, and we've seen that from our vegetation fires throughout the county. We haven't seen the earthquake stuff happen here as much, and so it's easy for people to get complacent. Let's use this as a reminder that this stuff can and does happen regardless of the emergency. You have to have a plan, and that includes both having a kit and having a plan for what are you going to do with the humans in your house, what are you going to do with the pets in your house, what do you need to take in case of emergency, so that you're not sitting there thinking about this after the disaster happens.
We were talking in the break briefly, Emily, a little bit about a digital plan too. For those not aware of that, that's a really important component. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so starting with the physical needs is always a good spot to be, but no matter what, you're still going to want to customize your kit too. So that could be items for babies, it could be items for pets, and also making a digital disaster kit, which is putting some of your important documents onto a USB drive that you can tuck into a small pocket of your backpack as well, and that'll have your insurance documents, medical records, bank information, all of that information that could possibly be inaccessible during the disaster that you might need.
Thomas, the ground is still shaking a lot in Southern California right now, so the chances of another earthquake still pretty high, but really wildfire season is one of our big concerns here, right? So we got to start talking about that defensible space. Now is probably a good time to be assessing that as well.
Absolutely. Get out there and do your clearance, do it safely so that we don't spark a fire, but we really need people to do their part on their own structure so that we can help protect these homes and the livelihood of everybody. August is looking to be a higher than normal fire danger for San Diego. All the grass that we got from all the rains is drying out, and we're going to see a huge potential here, not just in this area, but statewide. So it's important everybody's doing their part to help out the bigger picture.
Thank you both for coming in and giving us your advice. We really appreciate the suggestions. Now is also a good time to make sure we're all signed up for those emergency notifications on our cell phones as well, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much for coming in.